was doing before. I think they are going to drink, enjoy the life, not like us that we love this kind of life.
Yes, yes, yes.
it it's it's better, man. They will see your stream
Okay.
tomorrow. They will download the video and they will watch it offline.
Yeah, but did you?
Guys, I want to improve myself.
Yeah, did you understand the idea of Docker?
Yes, yes.
So
Absolutely, yes.
yes, so now I send to you the documentation of PostgreSQL, of MySQL, and I send to you the Docker compose YML file to create it.
Okay.
So yes, so normally yes, normally you have all to make your own how can I say that, your own Docker images of PostgreSQL and MySQL.
Oh yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
It was helpful.
Okay. So now are you okay to continue?
Oh yes.
Okay, so open IntelliJ, okay?
Yes. Back.
Here?
Create a new project.
Okay, so here you need to Spring Initializer.
Okay.
So do you know what is the difference between Spring and Spring Initializer?
No, I don't know the difference, but I that tell that Spring Initializer is like to install a demo application. Spring faster. I don't know. No, maybe no.
Oh, you don't want me to explain that?
Normally Spring it's just a base.
Okay. Wait. Just a base framework.
Okay. Okay, so, but they can't add an external library.
What?
Man.
What? Sorry.
No problem. I was asking if people can add external libraries later. Can they? Okay.
Yes, you can, but sometimes you know which libraries
Yeah, you
you
told me
need.
before.
Yes, but sometimes you know before
Okay.
started which libraries you need.
Okay.
For the project.
Yes.
Okay. But Do you see that?
Yes.
Look at that. It's a website. It's a website.
Okay.
You can choose different kind of parameters, and you can type whatever you want. You can hide whatever you want. You can add dependency, libraries. Yeah, that's it. Libraries, etc. So IntelliJ add Spring Int.
I have a question, but maybe it's difficult.
Say it to me.
Curiosity, it's not important. Difference between Maven and Gradle. I don't know what is Gradle. I know what is Maven, but not Gradle.
So okay. For me, fameux est égal pom.xml file for dependency and library, and for me Gradle it's JSON file for dependency and library.
Oh, I love.
And for example, Gradle. It's yes, it's a Gradle. Gradle, you know, Android. Wait. Android is used by Android application.
Okay. But,
It's
by the way, I done XML file.
okay.
I prefer JSON.
Okay.
But
So here
we can use Maven. It's more
yes.
used in the world of enterprise.
okay.
Perfect.
So here we are going to use that shit. Okay.
Yes.
So normally Spring is just web interfaces to create a Spring application with different kind of library. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
But for example, if I need different kind of library, I can add this library, and for example, I don't know, JSON. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, maybe a Hibernate.
Yes, that's it. So IntelliJ incorporate. Yes. Include Spring initializer.
Yeah, maybe there is a plugin to do this in Eclipse.
Yes. Okay. So let's go to create a new one. Okay.
Okay.
Demo project for Dante. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So here we are going to use Lombok.
Why? Java notation library which helps to reduce the boilerplate.
Oh wait. Lombok.
Okay.
And here into SQL.
Oh my God.
And add PostgreSQL, GPA, MySQL,
JDBC? No.
JDBC, but I'm not sure. But to be sure, just let's add this for.
Yeah, it's useless JDBC when you have like JPI and MySQL.
Yes, I think that you just have this boss.
Yes.
But Let's just add. It's just a few code
So
more.
I will try more libraries. It's good for me if you want.
Okay. Okay. So okay.
My practice, but I don't know anything about it.
Okay. Okay. So this is the idea of Spring Initializer. So Spring Initializer allows you to add directly when you created the project to add a different kind of driver.
Yes.
You can add the driver for GPA, PostgreSQL, MySQL, which one you want. Directly, no problem. You just have to click, and that's all.
Okay.
That's all. Okay. So now you click to next. Demo. Okay, demo. Let's just. I'm going to change my computer project. No, Dante. Okay. No problem. Dante. Okay. Dante / demo. I click on finish. Okay, the directory is not existing. Okay, just created by IntelliJ. Okay, no problem.
Yes.
Okay, so now the project is going to be created by IntelliJ and Spring Initializer. So the idea of Spring Initializer. So okay, Spring Initializer is going to add some dependency into Maven pom.xml. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Okay, so do you know? Let's open the POM, and when you open the POM, here you have one part of dependencies. Do you know? Did you see that shit?
Yes.
Okay, so this is what Spring Initializer add to your project when you click into the checkbox.
Okay.
Do you know you have Postgre, you have MySQL connector,
All dependencies.
you have Project Lombok? Yes, that's it. Directly when you created your project, you have dependencies.
Perfect.
This is the ID. This is the ID of deal with Spring Initializer.
Okay. I'm going to project location, finish. Okay. I'm running.
Okay, you're okay with that.
Yeah. No. Oh, there you are. Now I
It's okay for you?
see. This is the idea of the
What?
perfect. I got.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay?
Yes.
But
Oh yes.
Let me check. You can type this Maven repository website, okay?
Yes.
You can go into the first site, Maven repository, okay?
.com, yes.
Okay. And for example, I have let's check the Lombok library, okay?
Oh yes.
So here we can type Lombok, search.
What is Lombok?
Yes, no problem. It's a library, it's a dependency.
Yes,
It's a library, okay. But here you can check for the name of your dependency. And here you have Project Lombok. Here you have the different kind of usage,
okay.
different version, and the release of the version. And you can click. And here you have the Maven dependency.
Oh yes, you only needed to copy paste.
Yes, and if you yes, that's it. And if you want, you can change. Bam. And here you have a specific version.
Ooh, okay.
That's the idea. That's the idea.
Okay. After that, you needed to download the library from the repository.
Yes, but all of the downloaded, it's online. It's just references.
Okay.
It's just a repository. You don't have to download it, okay. But you have to reference to it.
Ah, okay. So when I develop, in reality, I'm using the internet.
Yes. Yes, that's it. Don't need to download it, but need to reference to them.
Okay, yes. This is important.
Yes, but if it's an offline project,
okay,
you can download it.
By using the
of course. I'm not sure. No. But yeah, look. For example, it's a offline project, okay?
Yeah, I prefer every time.
So I need to use the Lombok library offline.
Yes.
Lombok.
Lombok Java Maven. Okay. Okay, let's do it.
So if I want to include this lombok.jar, okay, into an offline project, so I don't need to have that here, okay, because it's offline. So if it's offline, I don't need that. Okay. So I can for example go here and go into libraries, Maybe it's okay. It's here. It's module. It's name of the project. Dependency. I can go into add jar directory, and here I can add the name.
Okay.
And here I have the jar. Here I have the jar.
Okay.
And here I can add up, and here up I have the lombok.
Okay.
Without internet connection.
Okay. Nice.
But the ID normally let me up. So normally when you make a web services, you have an internet connection. Okay?
Yes.
So okay, so normally you have an internet connection. Okay. So let's check. Okay, so this is the Maven configuration file. Okay.
Okay.
So all of Spring project have a pom.xml file. All.
Yes.
All. So now we want to create, for example, web services. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so just open the source main Java. The name is a package, and here you have a demo application. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So okay. The first things that I'm making, it's that controller directory, services directory, an entity. Do you know what I mean?
Entities, yes, like models.
So let's create a new packages controller. Okay. And here we are going to create a new Java class. And we are going to just base controller, okay? Oh no. It's a base girl, like that. Are you okay with that?
Oh yes. Oh, my microphone. By the way, why
Okay.
would be lowercase and not uppercase?
I don't know why, but normally into Java application, the first word is into lowercase, and after it's camel case. Do you know what is camel case?
Yeah, no, yes, camel case is that, but man.
Yes, okay, so you know what is it, but normally in Java it's look like that.
But look this public class demo application. In the name is of the class. Every time must not.
Okay, but it's as you want. To my mind, it's not with lowercase. But as you want.
Wait, look this.
Okay.
Only for class names.
Okay. So refactor name file. Okay, no problem. Okay, well, okay. Do you know that? Okay.
Yes.
So now, are you okay with that?
Yes.
Okay. Revolution of Spring application. Revolution of GEE Do you know what is it? GEE application?
Enterprise Edition.
Yes, that's it. But Spring application is going to be revolution of GEE application.
Nice. Perfect.
The annotation.
The annotation are the revolution.
Yes, of GEE. For example, this is controller est égal arrobase rest controller. For example, here you have arrobase.
Okay. Yeah, with the R upper. Yeah.
Rest.
Okay.
But let me check. Let me check. Because here you have a controller, okay, and you have normally you have a REST controller too. Add Spring Boot Starter Web. What? Okay. Did you take the trick that I have?
Yes.
And here normally if you check the pom.xml configuration file, one dependency is going to be added to your project when you click on to add into Spring.
Okay.
Normally you have a parameter that is going to be. Now, did you have the Spring Boot the less controller annotation?
Okay.
Did you have that?
The REST controller. I have to try. Let's try this. And this. REST controller. No, I don't have it.
Oh, just look that what I have.
If no, use Alt Enter. Okay.
Did you have a menu like that?
Alt Enter. Yeah, add the Spring Boot Starter.
Yes, that's it. Click into add into Spring.
Okay.
And now?
Resolving dependencies of demo on the toolbar is. I can see this message on IntelliJ IDEA.
Okay. And normally
He's downloading. Resolving dependencies of demo. Yeah, he's downloading.
And normally, if you check your pom.xml, you have a new dependency added.
Yes. Okay, let me check that file. Spring Boot Starter Web. Yes.
Yes, okay, that's fine. So normally, if you go back into your base controller, the REST controller is going to be good.
Is going to
be good.
Okay. Yes. Now it's good.
Okay, nice. So now we are going to create our first controller. Okay.
Okay.
So okay. Do you prefer get or post controller.
Get.
Get. Okay, so
Simply get. No problem. We will see maybe post the next time. Okay. I love this idea. IntelliJ idea is the best.
yes. Okay.
I know this. I saw this in Spring. No, in Symfony framework for PHP.
Okay.
Perfect.
Get test. Hop. Pass.
Public test. Get test.
Pass variable. Int ID. It's just an example, okay?
Yes.
So here, okay. It's a public. No, it's a public void. Okay.
It's public test.
Yes. Okay. Say me when you're great.
But I think it will be better if you will send me this project later so I can.
Do you have any problems?
Any?
Do you have problems?
No problems because I'm not trying. I'm just watching you only.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you will upload me the project.
Yes. Just wait a moment.
Oh yes, no problem, man. Take your time. Everything you need. But for me, it can produce like text plain with no problem. Plain text, sorry. If it is better for you.
Rest controller. Just wait a moment. So.
Take your time.
So here it's just annotation attribute must be of the form name it equals value.
You did this. Rest controller. Rest controller. Okay. Oh, I love IntelliJ.
Yeah, it's too cool.
Yeah. Not just mapping, I need to add just mapping and you put here. Base.
Let me check. Tak.
Base. And now you did get. Oh shit. Get map.
Ah, mais t'as copié. Did you copy paste one example directory?
No, no, I'm not copy paste.
Because I have an example into my code. I have a get test.
No.
You had something. Let me check.
You have error?
Yes. Just one.
Maybe it's this.
Okay, nice. And so now we are going to to use Lombok.
Get the test and then you read your
Just wait a moment, my friend.
variable. Yes.
Just wait a moment. Wait a moment. Okay, so this is for log. It's more import class login. So normally you have to go here into setting and to add into plugin Lombok.
But Lombok is logger.
Yes, no. You can use Lombok to be a logger, but you can use Lombok to do other thing.
Ah, okay.
But the stronger reaction with Lombok is that you need to add Lombok into the pom.xml,
Okay.
but you also need to add Lombok into your plugins of IntelliJ.
Ah, okay. So install, accept, restart. I need to. Okay, restart. No. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know why. Why I need it?
What?
Why I need the Lombok also as a plugin?
I don't know. I don't know. I have the same question, but because in fact normally you can do that. No, you can do that. Okay. System out println. You can do that. For example, ID it equals plus ID. Okay. Okay. You can do that in fact.
Perfect. It's perfect. Wait 1 second. Okay, right.
Normally you can do that. System.out.println.
Okay.
But
1 second. Don't do anything. I'm trying to use your PC.
oh, okay. No, don't already.
Copy. So I will copy it into my PC. Same file.
Are you okay? So I don't know really why. Okay.
Okay.
But to use a logger, you need to import this org.sr. Yes, that's it. But yes, but in fact, you can don't use that, okay, and just use that.
Oh yes.
But a teacher of mine introduced me work with logger and to use logger.info, and he said to me it's better to use logger.info than system.out.println. I don't know why. It's the same things. It's the same stuff, the same work.
Yeah, but maybe you have more control with SL4J because also you can use the info, debug, error, no? But if you want to use only info, you can use a system out println.
Maybe, probably, but okay. It's two different kinds to doing the same thing. So okay, here we have just a basic Spring application. and we have a basic controller. Okay.
Okay.
And so, okay, just learn the demo application.
You got container, Apache Tomcat, JBoss.
Yes, because with Spring included Tomcat.
Apache Tomcat. Okay.
Okay. So I think that you have the same problem as me, no?
I didn't try to run it, but yeah, I think we have to configure that.
Yes, because the problem is that I have configured some drivers for databases, but in fact I don't have any databases connected yet. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's stupid.
Yes. But it's very stupid.
Don't use it. Think it. Why do you try to use the data? Nothing's configured.
Yeah, I'm going to write it to you.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Data source. Yeah, the connection string.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, why we not using it? We can
Yes, that's it. That's why I commented all of the dependencies. And GDBC, that's it. All of the databases dependency. And now, as you can see, my Tomcat is started.
Perfect.
And okay, now I'm okay.
Okay.
And now I can open my it's
Firefox or Chrome?
no, it's the application Postman. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, man.
But you get
What?
Get mapping, no?
Yes. Yes, I just created get mapping for the moment. At the moment.
Okay. Yeah, I remember. But
Okay.
you just need to go because you are not. You don't need to do a post. But
Okay. Are you?
But, go with the postman.
Yes. Did you see my screen? Did you see my screen? Okay. So now, as you can see, Tomcat is started into the 8080 port. Okay. And here I have get mapping.
Okay.
And the get mapping get an ID in parameters into the base request mapping. So the ID is doing something like that. Localhost 8080 slash
The ID. Ah, base. Okay.
Base, yeah, that's it. Base slash here it's ID.
4.
And I can try to do it that, but let's try that. Okay.
It will work.
Up. ID.
Yeah.
And here I have ID 4.
Log. Yes.
Okay, so here I have.
Try to put instead of 4, C or B,
C.
a letter. Yeah, C. What you want?
Here I have a problem because I'm waiting for the integer. And D, it's not an integer.
Yeah, it's a char. Perfect.
Yes, that's it. And so now this is a basic controller, okay?
Okay.
So now let's introduce the services.
Okay.
Yes. The work side. So okay, so let's create a new packages service. Okay. Let's create a base service. Okay.
Okay.
Let's use annotation arrobas. Do you have an ID? Which one of new things that we want to create? It's a
REST service.
no, it's not. This is the ID. It's not a REST services. It's a arrobas service.
Ah, just service. Okay.
Just service. That's it, my friend. Okay. So now here into my controller, I can implement it. Private. Wait. Private. Oh fuck. Base. Oh fuck. Services. Base services. So here I have the references into my services. So here we have controller and services. Public get I don't know. For example, generate ID and example. Okay. I can do that. For example, I want to generate an integer. I don't know. It's just an ID, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So return 1. I don't know. Just an ID, huh? And here I can take the incoming ID parameter from get request. Okay, do you have the trick? And so into the controller here I can type this parameter service punto generate ID example, and into this thing I need an ID.
You can pass the ID and
I can pass the ID.
but for what you will use the service? It's for business logic of the application. So the check, input validation, return data. For what do you?
Okay, alors normally I'm going to oh fuck yes. Okay. Let me check an example. Let me explain it to you. I have some graphics to you. Okay, سأزي خيل This is my my final presentation of my it's not that. It's not that. What?
I will come to Iron Province to see your degree day.
Let's check that. Okay, this is my my last year. Okay.
No, what is this? Oh my god.
This is my my report for my last year of school study.
Wow.
Okay. So normally I have an example of how a web service works. Okay, look at that. Okay, so here you have a REST controller, okay?
Okay.
And we have services. And so the REST controller is inject the services with a dependency injection.
I have to see this again because.
Okay, so look, okay? Just watch. So this is dependency. Oh fuck. Dependency execution. It's that.
Okay, so
because here we are
an instance of another controller in this controller.
No, it's not another controller into a controller. It's a services into a controller.
Okay.
So it's a dependency injection.
Okay, yes.
This is yes, and in Spring to create a dependency injection, you use the annotation auto-wired. That's it. And now I have access to my services. So now I'm here.
Oh yes, now we need to implement a DAO to get the data from the DB, return it to the service maybe, and
Yes.
go back to controller.
Yes, and normally your services part, it's implemented with dependency injection.
Another auto-wired.
Another wire, yeah, that's it. Here normally you have another. Normally here you have another one, dependency auto warrior, but normally you have a DAO user repository. I don't know. Normally you have a database thing. Do you know? DAO user. Normally it's look like that.
Is the user DAO? Ah, the DAO is the repository.
Yes, normally it's that DAO. DAO it's the model. And this model is going to be persist into the database.
Oh yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So for example, here normally you have a new normally you have a repository. Okay, and normally you have oh fuck, no, not that. Normally you have models. model, and for example into model you have a user.
Yeah, the representation of the table.
Oh fuck, it's not that. Oh fuck. New user. Yes, that's it. Refactor. Rename. Refactor. Okay, so normally you have that. Normally you can annotate it with entity because it's a database entity.
Yes, it's a model.
Yes, that's it. Entity, not entity scan. Just an entity. But normally that's why here you have normally here to increment that.
Ah, okay.
Because now we are going to introduce the database part. That's why here we need to increment that part, because we need that part. Okay.
Do we want to see this part tomorrow?
As you want. Okay, we can check that after. So okay. So let's uncomment that. Okay, and uncomment that. Okay, let's check databases tomorrow. Spring Boot, Spring Number. Okay, it's not a problem for me.
Okay. Tomorrow you will go to...
So okay. So you know, so today we have learned the controller part. But here it's not 80, it's 80 for us here.
Yeah, I remember.
And we have the controller. And here we have a base controller. And here we can ask some request to him. Up, we have a 4. Okay. But the idea now it's to communicate it with the services. So now, okay, so it's good. So let's comment that shit. Now we can repeat that code here into the services. So we are going to use logger into the base services. And so now we can logger punto info hello. I don't know, just an idea. Hello. Hello Dante from services plus any coming from guest request return 1. But I can, for example, if I want, I can do something like that.
No.
Oh, what?
You have a question.
Yes. I can do something like that. Okay, just a joke, huh? I just written a string messages. The string messages is hello Dante from services.
Wait a second.
So this services return a string messages. Okay, and so the string messages is message joke. Message joke is that.
And so on.
Yes, so I log a concatenation between joke and the incoming messaging, and the incoming messages it's the ID parameters.
Okay.
But here I want to return a string because from the services
you get a string.
I return a string, but if I tell the controller to return an integer, normally here I have to do that. Here I have a problem because this web bus services generate ID example, it's return a string.
Yeah.
So here I have to return a string. And now, oh, it's okay.
Okay.
Okay, so let's check that. Okay,
Wait,
up.
wait. Can I try?
Yes, that's okay.
Okay. Put this on. Oh shit. Okay, do this.
Okay, if you want, as you want. Okay, just let me check. What is the hell?
Demo application.
What? Test? What? 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 Did you broke my PC, man?
No, he's crazy simple.
What? What is that shit?
I don't know.
I don't know too. I hope. Okay, it's okay. So, okay, into my services, you choose to return a concatenation into a load Dante from services and the ID of the incoming ID parameter from get request. So normally I have a hello Dante from services plus the ID that I pass into the controller.
Okay, let's
normally. Okay, so normally if I do that,
initializing, Golden beautify. Ooh, okay. Okay, because we did a return, so we have the code in the response. Before we have the code into the server console.
normally before you have the response into the console because the logger is before.
Yeah, true.
But you have also the response into Postman.
Yes, of course. So here there is the elaboration of the JSON string, and you will get the JSON string in the response of this request.
That's it. But here, in this case, you have, as you can see here, you have a communication between a controller and services, but you don't have any communication with DAO part and database part.
Yeah, not now.
So you don't have communication with entity, and you don't have any DTO.
Yeah, I know what is DTO, but I suppose that DTO it was between DAO and service, not between service and controller.
Yeah, because normally when you deal with database,
yes,
you work with entity, with DAO. But when you return an object, you normally don't use a DAO, you use a DTO.
For security reasons.
Yes, because sometimes you can have embedded error. Because you can have embedded.
Right, because I can't hear.
Okay.
Okay.
This is a big problem that I have met one day.
Really?
Yes. Because
how can you get the same object inside the same object?
Because for example, you have a user that have look at that. You can look at that. User have a list of addresses. Okay.
Yes. Okay. I got it.
Okay, so but address have a user parameter. Okay. Okay. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Yes.
But if you return a address object, so the address object have a user, and the user have a list of addresses, and the list of addresses have a user, and the user have a list of addresses, and yes. That's an embedded error.
Oh yeah. So you use GTO.
That's why, yes, that's why we use GTO.
For consistency of data.
Yeah. And for example, you are agree that when we deal with databases entity, we need to know the ID of the user.
Right.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
But when you return the user object to the application, for example, if you have a web application, okay, just a web application, a mobile application,
Okay.
You don't quite agree about the ID of the user.
No, you have to write because I can't hear you.
Okay.
Okay. Yes.
You don't fact.
Oh yes, of course. Oh yes. Yeah, you have all the data into the section. Okay, yeah, I know. The DTO, yeah, you don't pass every kind of information into the DTO, but only the essential information that you wanna show the user.
Yes, that's it.
Nice. Oh,
Yes, that's it. That's why you use an entity, and the entity is used to be persist into database. But when you need to give information incoming and to send information to the app,
okay.
you need to push DTO information.
Okay.
Because you don't want to have an object who is managed by the databases.
Yes.
That's it. That's the idea of this schema.
Yes.
Into the controller part, you just have the DTO object, and that's all.
Nice.
You don't have an ID, you don't have password, you don't have all of that shit. You just have a GTO. But into the entity, you have all, because the entity is managed by the database.
Yes, you can't give the entity back to the controller because entity.
Yes. But during my first Spring application, I always return an entity directly from database to the controller.
Okay. By the way, who can help you?
What?
I don't know if there is a technique to get the whole entity object, and read the password of the user that is stored into the entity. No.
Yeah, but
It would be possible. How can you do this? I don't know.
because into the services you can call the DAO and call the DAO to say get user by username or get user by ID, and when you doing that into the services you can get directly the database user object.
Okay.
And here into the services you have all of the information of the user, of the current user.
Oh yes. Okay.
So you have the password, you have the all of what you want.
But if with the service or the controller I return the email and the name of the user and not the password, how the user can ask me the password if I show to him only the name and the email?
Because normally when I created a client application and a web services application, I have the same DTO.
Okay, no. In my question is, but I explain it.
What? Your microphone is cut.
It's my fucking connection. I will talk to you about this. Okay.
Yeah, but no problem. But I don't have the idea of what are you trying to explain to me. But in my experiences, I will talk to you about this tomorrow. Okay. But it's my my experiences is that normally I.
Perfection. Yeah, I know.
Yes, and this is one of my teacher who is working with Spring, and this teacher explained to me what is the differences between work with DTO and work with entity.
Okay.
And he said to me, with DTO you could not have the problem of embedded parameters, of embedded object in object repetition. It look like an empty loop, look like a
I got it. Inception, no?
yes, that's it. And so this is this guy that explained me how to deal with DTO.
Okay.
And now I'm always return, and I always resave DTO, and I always send DTO from my web services. Always, and so that's why yes, that's it. That's why I always have the same DTO into my services and the same DTO into my application, my client application.
Nice. Perfect.
And that's it. So it's just question response. But here tonight we have learned how to deal with controller and services. Okay, so controller services. But tomorrow we are going to make entity, and to map this entity into database.
Okay.
And to create a DAO. Yes, that's it. Implementation of interfaces.
Okay.
And so into our services we are going to implemented with dependency injection the interfaces to be allowed to push, delete, create, save entity. Yes, entity directly into the DAO directory and to return DTO.
Perfect.
So yes, tonight we have a deal with controller services, and we miss the DAO, entity, and DTO.
Nice.
These three parts.
Perfect. We will check them tomorrow.
Yes, and the ID with Spring, it's, for example, just to introduce you one example. Here it's a repository, okay? Here, for example, you have DB1 package, and here you have DB2, okay?
Okay.
DB1. Oh fuck. My name DB1. Just wait a moment.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. That's what I want.
No.
DB2. Okay.
DB2 is inside the DB1.
Yes, that's a problem.
Bye.
Okay. So here we have DB1, DB2. Okay.
Perfect.
And in fact, with Spring, when you have multiple database resources, you can tell to Spring this repository is for one kind of database, and the other repository is for another database.
Nice.
And that's why when you call a DIO1 and a DIO2, it's going to call an entity A, an entity B.
Okay.
And this is going to work with another database, because you deal with another repository. Repository 1, repository 2.
Okay.
That's the idea of Spring. Because when you connect Spring with one repository, it's going to load one entity, because one DIO, one entity, another DIO, another entity. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Always a DIO is attached to an entity.
Yes, so if you have 20 tables in the database, you have 20 entity models.
That's it. But if you have, for example, two different databases and 6 entities per databases, you are going to have 6 DAO, 1 DAO per database,
Okay.
and for example 12 entity for each one DAO attached.
Okay, yes, because you have the and the user.
Yeah, that's it. And you have different configuration parameters to help Spring, because Spring it's not very intelligent without you. Spring is going to load all of the DAO with the first database connection that he discovered.
Okay.
So if you have 10 DAO, he's going to load all of the 10 DAO with the first database connection.
Okay.
But in our case, we need to specific the first DAO is going to work with the first database, the other DAO is going to work with the other database.
Okay, okay.
And that's it.
Perfect. We will see you tomorrow?
Yes, yes, of course.
Oh, nice. Perfect.
Of course, of course.
Perfect, really. I'm happy, really.
Really?
So we also have to implement React.js for the front end.
Yes, yes, yes. But normally what I'm doing at the first time, it's the web services.
Yeah.
And when the web services is working
Yeah.
with databases,
You will use the user interface.
yes, that's it, that's it.
Perfect.
That's it. Because yes, me too. Did you learn something?
I learn a lot, man.
Are you sure? Are you sure about that?
I'm sure I gain like 2 weeks of hard work alone.
No, 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 no. Don't say that.
I like to work and to learn from other people and yeah, work together. No?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
In this case, I'm I'm learning everything for you. I'm doing anything, but there will come better days.
Do you want this kind of graphic?
Oh yeah, if you wanna share.
Yeah, yeah, it's not a problem for me. I can share it to you. It's just a difference. It's a MVC composition. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And in this schema, it's a MongoDB connection, but it's the same for all of different kind of databases.
Oh yeah, MySQL.
Yes, that's it. That's it.
Postgres and so on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Claro que sí.
Oh man, will you go to the gym tomorrow
Yeah,
at 5 a.m.?
yeah.
Oh man, I gotta kill myself. We had the top at.
No, no, no. It's just a joke. Tomorrow I'm going to sleep, man.
Okay. Oh.
No, don't worry, don't
I
worry.
was thinking it's my fault, it's my bad.
No, don't worry. I'm so happy to learn you because, as I tell you before, I work with a friend of mine, but I don't work with him. I learn to him what I know. And my friend is going to work with a Spring application for web services, and each week he comes to my apartment,
Okay.
and I learn it to him how to deal with Spring web services.
So you teach him how to develop services with Spring.
Yes, because he's very newbie. He's not a bad guy, but he's very slow to learn. He's very slow, so it's too funny.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, but it's a good guy. It's a good guy, but he's slow. He's very slow.
Yeah. You need to have a lot of patience, no?
Yes, that's it. And the reason why I love to practice to him is because he comes into my city, in the same city as me. The same city. He lives near to me. Yes, because I tell him to follow me into my city. And so he make the same study as I did 2 years before.
Okay.
So all of what he's doing now, I'm already do that.
In the same way?
Yes, because it's the same study that I did. It's the same courses, but I already finished the study.
Nice.
Yes. But in his company, he's alone.
Okay.
Yes, he is very alone. He don't have any master. He don't have any help. He's alone. Just himself.
It's hard.
Yes, that's why I try to help him.
This is the reason why I asked you if you can teach me those things, because if I have to study this by myself alone,
Yeah.
it will take too much time, like 4 or 6 months to develop a whole application with Spring and React. No,
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't know before this evening how to install a web application with Spring, and now I know how to do thanks to you, no? But if I have to implement React into a Spring application, I'm not able. I don't know how to.
Yeah, but now you are you are okay with the idea that all of the requests that we are making, it's from Postman.
I need to install Postman.
No. In this example, that what we are doing this night.
Yeah.
We are fuck. We are making a basic web services tonight, okay?
Oh yes, it's perfect for me.
Yes, but to deal with this web services basic, we use Postman. We use Postman.
Postman. Okay.
Yes, because Postman, for me, it's a very simple way to make HTTP request. Okay, but now the question is how to make HTTP request from which client did you use?
I use. Do you wanna know?
It's React, man. It's React. Yes. So now the question is how to make HTTP request from a React application. And that's all.
No, it's hard because I want to use React to develop a whole web application, the whole user interface of a web application.
But you are new. You are new with React.
Yeah, I really new.
Yes, I am new too with React.
If you prefer, we can use Angular.
I am more familiar with React, but I already did one project with React Native.
Okay.
But I'm more familiar with Angular.
Okay, but you know how to integrate React into Spring web application?
The idea for me, it's a big word to say how to integrate Spring application into React application. Do you know what I mean?
Not so well.
For me, into my mind. Okay, just follow my mind.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so for me, it's not good to ask how to integrate Spring application into React application. For me, this question is too complicated.
Why?
Because for me, the question is more simple than that. For me, the question is how to make HTTP request from
Ah, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I know, but we can, how can I say, discover it together, no?
Yeah, but I already watched documentation about how to make HTTP request from React Native application, and it's very simple. It's so simple. It's not a problem. Maybe it's in each language. It's not very complicated to make HTTP request.
Okay.
Yes, normally you just have one library to install to make a HTTP request, and that's all.
Okay. Perfect.
It's not the more complicated. It's not very complicated. Seriously.
Okay, nice. Really
That's why at the first time I prefer wasting time to test web services with Postman.
Oh, yes.
Yes, and to try the data to be sure that the data that I deal with it's good or not. And when I'm sure that the backend, that the web services, it's okay.
Yes. When everything works into the backend.
Yes. I just passed time to work into the front end, and that's all.
Okay. This is the method, not the work method.
Yes, but this is mine method. This is my work.
I see many people do this practice this method, and they find well. They find well with this. Nice.
Okay.
Perfect, man.
No problem.
Thank you so much. Really.
You're welcome.
Nice. Really, I'm happy.
And so tomorrow we are going to be connected to databases.
Oh,
and yes. We are going to create entity.
Yeah, we do something simple just to see everything works fine.
Yeah. But we
like ID, name, password, and email.
Yes, that's it. We just have to think about one model.
Okay.
Just one model, just one entity. As you said, an ID, a name, an email. Just simply. Yes, that's it. And after that, we are going to create a DTO. DTO is just an entity, but more simple.
Okay.
And we need to use a library. And in Java, you have a library that is going to map an entity into a DTO.
Okay.
So you don't have to need to do something. It's just a mapping.
Yes.
It's so easy.
I already use the DTO in some applications.
Okay.
So I know that part.
Yeah.
But I didn't know how to create a REST service, no?
Yep.
Never create one. Okay, perfect, man. I wanna let you sleep because I'm watching you from Twitch.
Yeah. Oh.
And you seem tired. I don't wanna make you waste more time.
Yeah.
With a lot of delay. I think like 7 seconds of delay. Okay, man. Oh, nice.
Yeah. And so it's good. So we have learned a bit of Docker too.
Oh yes. I wanna try it on my FreeNAS.
Yes, normally for Docker you have all of the different command line. Oh, let me send you the documentation of how to install Docker into Linux.
Oh yeah, why not? I don't have Linux. I have a Linux. I have FreeNAS that is based from a FreeBSD.
But it's like Linux command shell or not?
A bit different, but I gonna look it. Okay, let's go to sleep.
Yes, let's go to sleep.
Thank you so much, bro.
Yeah, you're welcome,
Maybe
man.
tomorrow I will
Eh,
write to you.
yeah, let's learn a lot of things tomorrow
As
too.
always.
Yeah, bye bye.
Bye. Bye bye.
Bye bye.